a lot of requests lately for just a barn tour, how we set things up, how we make it functional. We just got finished here with the Purina VIP tour, and so we got the barn cleaned up, got it looking good, so I wanted to take you inside and kind of show you. So come on in. So the biggest thing for us is, you know, I guess we love the way our barn's set up, but it's set up for function, okay? It works good for us. Like up north, you can't have it probably all opened up, but down here where we live in San Antonio, Texas, you know, we need to have that airflow. And there's a few things obviously I'd like to change, but I just want to show you a few of the things we have, why we set them up this way. So we got a high tie reel. We tie our baby calves here. We'll tie the medium-sized ones, and then our big breds and our market steers we tie up a little higher. We've got these, and I think these are really important on a wash rack. Even a quiet one wants to bend around when you're washing them. And so these are set up 36 inches off the wall, and then it's set 30 inches here, and then it's 40 inches for bigger cattle, 30 inches for smaller cattle, 40 inches for bigger, and we just kind of stagger that as we go. I really think it's important to kind of stay between that 30 to 40 inch window. So I think these are 36 off of the rail, and it just hits baby calves just right, but it'll also keep big ones from kind of spinning around. The other thing we have here is we've got indoor-outdoor. We're not 100% sure. I think we're going to add on this way just a little bit, but we really like drying cattle outside too, like in the spring and fall. Sometimes in the summer it's a little too hot, and in the winter it can get just a little chilly. I guess here in Texas we use this outdoor wash rack through the winter as well. We hung fans on the inside here that really helps with drying. We hung them just high enough so it didn't hit my head, but sometimes it gets our higher man Bush's head, but we thought we set them high enough. But it just helps with drying, keeping some airflow on them. It really helps right now keeping the flies off of them. We've got our hose reel here in the middle so it can reach the entire wash rack. I like this because then it's just up out of the way. Once we're done with it, keeps everything clean. I like everything up out of the way. These hoses, our blowers are all up out of the way, and then they run off of a switch here. So you can turn these double blowers on. You can turn them on with a switch. But it keeps everything up out of the way, because when you're running cattle up here, if they're sitting down here on the ground, they're going to get stepped on, they're going to get ruined, and that's again one of your biggest expenses. You know, you probably got $1,000 in the hose and the blowers, so you want to make sure you're protecting those. Then the way we have this set up, if you'll just pan around here, Lauren, we've got our catch pen set up. So a lot of our sale pens are behind Lauren, and then we got some on either side of the house. But we run them through there, and then we bring them in here, and if you show them up here, Lauren, my cousin's videoing for us today. We catch them in this head gate, and then we back them out so they don't have to walk through this. We just open this up, and then you can kind of show Lauren how they can shoot right up onto the wash rack. And it just especially for ones that just aren't super broke, it makes it really easy to get them up there on the wash rack. And then this is kind of our clipping area. We got the Weaver sheet light mounted up here. Shoots a lot of light back on these things. I'll plug that in, but you can just stay on the chute, Lauren. And then we've got this set up where when I'm clipping, I can pull these and, you know, clip around the poles, and I don't have these in my way. Now, ideally, my wife Taylor hasn't let me build the cooler room and the clipping room, air conditioned clipping room I want yet. So we're still waiting on that. We're trying to do this as we go and kind of make it work as we go. Then we've got our tie rail over here. So a lot of times if we're just doing a couple, we'll wash them, dry them on the wash rack. If we're doing a bunch, like sale season, we're going to wash them, and then we're going to bring them over here, and we'll just stack them in here, and we'll have several people washing and drying them. We built this platform so we could put our blowers. We're actually down a blower. We've got a set of blowers that goes over there and a set of blowers that goes over there. So basically this platform, and I don't know if you can see that, Lauren, but this platform will just be blowers all the way around, and it pretty much feeds this side and all of our pens on the other side. And again, they're wired in at the top, and so everything's safe, it stays clean, it stays protected. And then these switches just run the 2 double again, that pretty much, this set of blowers, it'll reach the whole tie rail, and then over here we'll reach these pins. We set our barn up, since our barn kind of faces east and west. The front of the barn is west, and the back of the barn is east. The house, towards the house, is obviously south, and so we get it all kind of opened up here, and we get a nice breeze coming through. But we've got these Schaefer F5 fans that kind of blow all in the same direction. One thing that I think is kind of neat, and if you want to come in here, Lauren, the way we design these fans are, they can slide. And so just, it's kind of like a hex nut up here, kind of a T-nut. Then you can slide these and move them if you want. You can pivot them, and then you can lock them back in place. And it's just a sleeve that runs along that. We actually mount several of them on here. There's some extras so we can come back and put more fans up. You know, as we, just through the years as we go, we reinvest in our barn. We put these, just recently put these boards up. I like the width of these. We used to have a little bit longer width. We came in and put new pipe in between. Gives you other options to tie to, but they also can't stick their head through these pipes. So a smaller pipe is kind of nicer to tie to. The bigger the pipe, the kind of the harder it gets to be to tie to. We'll go over here. We've got, I think, 5 pins. But we'll kind of come over here to the hoof trimming table. We've got a fan mounted up here. Obviously, in Texas, and we trim several thousand feet a year, and so we try to make it as comfortable as possible. We got a fan mounted up there with our toolbox over here with everything that we need for the hoof trimming table. And our hoof trimming table is all hydraulic. So we tip them over there and strap them down. And then over here, I think it's real important. I'll show you our weight board, but I really like this. And so we take show boxes to the show. We've actually even taken this to the show, but it's nice. This thing I just think is just nice to keep everything kind of clean, keep your barn picked up. I think I picked this up on Facebook Marketplace for half price. I think it's $400. It's pretty nice. You can have phones charging, clippers charging, a bunch of stuff kind of rolling up there. They got built-in electricity there too. But then this is our weight board. These are our current customers that have bought so far. We're just tracking weights. We kind of keep up here. You got to begin with the end in mind. So you want to make sure that, you know, I don't know if this is accurate. We're probably 2 days off, but we know where San Antonio, Fort Worth, Houston, and Dallas, how many days out we are. And we're going to make some calculations with these steers as we're going to know if we're going to be hitting those weights. And these are all market steers. My wife and I and our daughter, we raise predominantly slick shear cattle. And so these weights are really important. And whether you're, you just got to know where your target end weight is. And so every 6 to 8 weeks we're trimming their feet. I didn't mention low back here, we do have our scale. So that's where we're catching our weights. If you're feeding market animals, I don't think there's anything more important. You need either buy a scale or have access to a scale. Because you just got to know where you're hitting those end points. So again, just to wrap up, I wouldn't go for fancy. When you're laying this out, you know, we love our barn, but we've sure been through barns that are way fancier than ours. Just make sure it's something that works good, because you want to set something up for your kids. They're going to enjoy it more. They're going to want to go to the barn if they're not getting pinched against the wall or getting kicked. And setting these barns up just makes this way more fun for you, way more fun for your kids. And you know, some of this stuff you can look at and you're like, man, that's expensive to do. For years, all I did for these poles over here were, I took a T-post, I pounded in, I just hand drove those T-posts in the ground, and then I took a PVC pipe and put it over it, and then I capped it. And you can do that for about $4. So you could replicate this. You don't have to have this pipe in the ground. You can replicate that with a T-post, and that's what actually, if you want to zoom in, Lauren, that's what this is. Right here it's a T-post, and I just put a PVC over it, I capped it, and I'm telling you, that's a $4 deal. And if you drive those in far enough, the cattle can't bend those over. So if you've got, you know, know, a tie area where you don't want those cattle swinging back and forth, where you can actually work on them, dry them, brush hair, comb hair, rotor brush. You can drive those in, and again, this stuff doesn't have to be expensive or fancy. It just needs to work well to make it enjoyable for you. So if you guys have questions, if you guys want to see something else, again, we've been meaning to do this barn tour for a long time. We've been here now 2 years, and if you have any questions about why we set something up, why we do something, or if you have a suggestion for another video, please shoot us a message, a DM, hit us up in the comments. We'd be glad to share it with you.